They're a good team, but we got you. So we're going to win.
Let's get after it, MP.
And there's a lot of excited basketball fans revved up and ready to get going. Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. Joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And we'll be getting the inside story tonight. Shams Charania is joining us at the broadcast table. Shams, it is so great to have you by our side.
Kevin, thank you so much. It's great to be here. I always love to follow the game, talk about the game. It should be a lot of fun tonight.
You'll give great insight. We can't wait to get going. And a chance now to look at the schedule coming up for the Toronto Raptors. On Monday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Denver Nuggets. Then on Wednesday, they'll tip off a road trip in Charlotte where they'll take on the Hornets.
And for that matchup with the Kings, that one's going to be the 7th game of the season, almost a full 10th of the season played after that one.
Here are the 5 for the Raptors. In at the forward spots, we'll see Barrett and Barnes. Emmanuel quickly out there with Grady Dick. And it's Pirtle in at center. And for the Timberwolves, Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Some big guys down front on the block, Towns and Gobert. And it's Conley in at the 1. And if you talk to guys who know MP, who grew up with him, they'll all say that he lets his game do the talking.
And he's got a very business-like approach to himself when he's on the floor. And
terrific wings, Pascal Siakam and OG Anunoby. We know how the other teams that got those players made out. New York and Indiana, they were terrific and helped those teams. How did the Raptors make out when all was said and done?
Both of those players were upcoming free agents. It was difficult to judge the trade market. But with that said, the Raptors were able to get draft picks plus young, exciting talent like Canadian R.J. Barrett and Emmanuel Quickley. But let's factor in the biggest key here. It's Scotty Barnes. He is their future. He's their untouchable. He's who that front office feels great about as their cornerstone moving forward.
Love Barnes. Love him.
they've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Pick by Reed. MP way outside. Reed kicks to Ingles. MP against Mitchell. Tries again. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to go on Davion Mitchell.
And you talk about building a legacy. That's MP's mindset, not just for himself, but for this team.
Scotty Barnes, he's checked in for the Raptors. That one misses. Raptors leading by 6. Abaji, the pass to Barnes. Towns with the defensive effort.
Well, that's a look. He has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
The 3 from MP. Hits the three-point bomb. Here's Mitchell. Still without a basket. Reed with the block. And so the ball's out of bounds. Reed touched it last. And here's Mitchell from the arc. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
ringing the bell. That's the way to close a quarter.
Talk about lifting up a team and energizing them at the end of a quarter.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Raptors?
One of the things, actually the one thing that really stands out to me is the amount of points they're piling up at the charity stripe. They're doing a great job getting to the line and converting.
Also, they're getting into the teeth of the defense. Points in the paint, something coaches always love to see.
So on the floor for Toronto to start this second quarter. There's Boucher out there with Barnes. Then there's Bruce Brown. Then it's Mitchell. And it's Agbaji in at the 3, the small forward. Hey, Shams, you're always on the pulse of those league-changing trades. We certainly saw some impactful ones last season.
Across the board, the Pacers, the Mavericks, they made deep runs, and they did so on the back of some big trade deadline moves. Those are transformations that excite all of us to witness. Even New York, getting OG Anunoby at the trade deadline. This is a league that's built on capitalizing at the moment and striking when the iron's hot, and we saw multiple teams do that this last season.
That trade deadline was phenomenal for those teams you mentioned. Really impactful. And that one's good, Barnes.
And a guy who has quickly adapted to playing NBA offense, Barnes, he can be a producer.
And so, MV will bring it up for the Timberwolves. They trail by 9 points. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted. One another to make the right play.
Well, you know, the cohesiveness was evident out there. These guys feel like they can win in any arena, and they proved it that game.
The shot by Mitchell, no good. The Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniels said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But, David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Joe Ingles. And Mike Conley subbed in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And then for Toronto, Hurdle comes in for Chris Boucher. And quickly in for Mitchell. Hey, Shams, we know you've reported on so many big trades that did happen. Were there ever a few that were close to happening but may have fallen apart at the 11th hour?
I always wait until things are 100% confirmed, but listen, there's always a trade or two that's viewed as done but just does not happen, whether it sours, whether something falls apart. There's always one deal or two that falls apart at the trade deadline or in the offseason. But I try to wait as best I can and make sure that when I report, it is confirmed.
Here's Brown. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And the Raptors lead by 8.
Brown is a physical player, so he's not going to be bothered by contact or having to play through contact.
Edwards kicks to MP. Gobert with a screen on Brown. MP, no good. Toronto leading by 8. And the foul called on MP. That'll be his second. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. .136 left in the first half of the game. From past the arc, Toronto gets it back with a new 14. Dick wide open. Not 3 off the mark. And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. Always so much fun to have Shams join us. No one with a better pulse on the NBA.
Man, Shams is always the first guy to know about the big moves around the NBA. Love hearing what he has to say.
Dick can't get it to go.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive.
Yeah, exactly. And I think they need to continue to press that advantage. They've got to get back to that. Don't go away from that. It's been working so well for them. Stay with it.
There's 45 seconds left now here in the second. Barrett the pass to Quickly. Back to Barrett. Quickly. Hurdle with a screen on Cup. Quickly with a wide open look. No good, unable to end this run.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there. Good on that shot, and with that, the Toronto lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from MP. The Raptors shooting 31% in the second. Some poor shot selection for them in this quarter. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. MP to the rack. And it's all evened up. MP's got 11 points.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that.
And that'll do it for the first half. Game time. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. Get ready for the big half-court.
Welcome, everybody.
The Suns aren't at full power right now. It's tough whenever Bradley Beal isn't playing. He's one of the league's most efficient scorers and an all-around threat.
And moving on to the Timberwolves now. They're in the midst of a close game.
I like their follow-through on the offensive end, not taking the shots and walking away.
And that about wraps it.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Players' confidence. But what's the balance there between affirmation and accountability?
Well, when you believe in a player, that also comes with expectations. So a coach has to boost them up and also demand that they deliver.
Alexander Walker, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. MP comes in for Edwards. Some big guys down front on the block. Towns and Gobert. MP out there with Conley. And it's Alexander Walker in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
Now, this is what we want from MP. Night after night, an energetic performance on the offensive end.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Outside, Barrett. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. And Barnes sends it back. And so quickly, we'll bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. They lead by 11. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Barnes has got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Raptors. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Raptors.
Phenomenal work on the defensive end so far. That stands out the most.
Oh, it's a highlight reel being put together by MP.
Oh, man, MP to be young again.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. Here's Barrett. It's rebounded by Towns. Minnesota's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. And stolen by Barnes. Brown against Towns. Gobert with the block.
This is what Gobert is known for. His ability to swat shots away with ease.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Toronto lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from MP.
The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
Quickly against Conley. Barnes outside. Towns with the defensive effort. And so it's Scotty Barnes making things happen for the Raptors. He's been a major threat. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Setting the floor for the Raptors. Mitchell is out there with Brown. Then there's Chris Boucher. Then there's Scotty Barnes. And it's Abaji in at the 3. On the wing, Brown. Here's Mitchell. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
Back to MP. 6 on the shot clock. Off the mark. So it's Minnesota taking the W in a close one. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those.
Another day, another win. Good work. Visualize a win tonight. Then go out and take it. He's about to tear the roof off.
this.